Yeah, I'm glad to. This is the season for external rankings. They tend to happen in August and September. And pleased to remain in the top 100 master's universities in the country with Washington Monthly. Even more pleased for the bang for the buck. We think we're the best value proposition probably in the Southeast, if not in most of the country, for our tuition and the quality of the education and success of our students. We also moved up 3 notches in the U.S. News and World Report ranking, moved from 18 to number 15 of public regional universities in the South. And you know, it's these rankings mean a lot, at least to the people who publish them, but it also, I think their value is it tells us what other people think of the work of the university. And as I tell everybody I speak to, they usually judge that by meeting our students and our graduates. And so that's what the best part about this is I think it just reinforces what we already know about the university. State, those are 2 unconnected questions at this point. I'll talk about state funding first. The state knew when they adopted the budget that they had made a $56 million accounting error. And so we anticipated that reduction. We haven't gotten really the final word yet. We think it's about 1.6%, but we haven't gotten the number. That's what we're planning on. And we're hopeful that the state will continue to be able to support the university. They've been good to us. They've funded with a separate source of funding the bond bill, the renovation of the demonstration school, so we can recommission that as an academic building. So we have good support from state government. Enrollment was really not a surprise, but it's really good news. Every academic college has had an increase in enrollment this fall. We have seen an increase in dual enrolled high school students, and we've seen a slight uptick in graduate students. So it's really spread across the board. If there's one theme that's come out of it, we're seeing more and more students trend into healthcare related majors. And then on the other hand, we've seen growth in the Master of Fine Arts and Creative Writing that had 11 students last year this time and has about 30 students this fall. So really seeing growth in every college, and health-related professions seems to be the area that students are zeroing in on. You know, I think that off the top of my head, I think you would just say it's been level in some places. College of Education, some of the education majors have been level, but it's level at 250 majors. Culinary Arts is up slightly, but I don't think we've had any decrease in any programs this year. Yeah, it is. There's our Board of Trustees has very minimal requirements for enrollment and graduation numbers out of programs before they fall into being low enrolled and low productivity. The board's percentages, or the board's expectations, are lower than the university's expectations. And we do have some academic programs that have fallen into the Board of Trustees low enrolled status. But the process is still underway to figure out what to do about those programs. We're working with the IHL staff, and the provost is working with the deans to take a look at those programs. Since I've been here, you know, I've said that 1 year, 2 years, 3 years, even 5 years worth of changes are not, students flow in and out of majors, and it's somewhat based on the economy and where jobs, students major in fields where they can get a job, and so that's part of it. But you start looking at long trends like a decade long, and then you start realizing that there's probably some adjustments that have to be made in order to shift resources from where students used to be a decade ago to where students are currently enrolling now. And we've been able to hire faculty in those growing areas where the enrollment has continued to increase. I think the question is, looking at that decade-long kind of data, as faculty vacancies happen, for instance, whether or not that faculty position needs to stay in that department or move to a department where there's more students.